Missy's sick, money laundering, and Stewie pulls a Sheldon. All this and more on today's Brilliant Observations. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Bobby Brady.
Don't you feel sorry for me? Dear listener, I am so sorry for what you're hearing over the next brief episode. I didn't want to put out nothing for you, and I have so much to tell you, but I think I'm going to flip the script and just keep asking Amy questions.
Everybody understands, Melissa, how you love to put out. So there's no surprise.
Too legit to quit. Hey.
You would not let a week go by without a steaming hot, fresh pile of audio goodness coming to everybody's faces and hearts and hearths and all the things. You want to ask me some shit? Is that how you want to do it? I didn't even look at the board. My whole week has been explosion. So anyway.
So last week I came on and told you I sent 2 kids to college, and literally as of today, you are 2 down as well. Fortunately for me, I only have 2, and that's it. You are 2 down. How did it go this morning when you booted your kid to the Czech Republic?
Well, I have one who has already moved in to his university, and it is, 40-ish minutes from the house. So just far enough away to make it super inconvenient, but not if you need something from the buy it, drop it, pick it. I don't want to go to the post office on campus, which is 2 miles from my physical location on campus. Bullshit. So, bullshit. Because I had the very, very early drop off at the nearest proper international airport. You know how everybody has an airport near your house, and it's an international airport because it goes to like Canada or something like this. I mean, it's like, I get it, Greensboro. I get your international. But anyway, just okay. Yeah.
Sure you are, Greensboro. Sure you are. Yes, you're a good boy.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. That's a lovely international airport, friend. I'm going to hang this right here. So we went out to Raleigh so he could get his nonstop fantasticness. But it was very early in the morning. It is done. And they're on the ride home. So the whole 4 days leading up to this, should have been longer than that, but the last 4 days have been pretty intense in terms of not just, are you sure you want to take that? And are you sure you don't want to take that? And can we maybe get the number of shoes down to a reasonable amount? And is that the Czechoslovakian police again? There's between all of the paperwork and blah. So it was just the stress was mounting and it didn't need to. So we were just trying to be super chill about it. Doesn't matter. Amazon delivers over there. You're going to be fine, right? Everything's fine. It's going to work out. Then on the way home, the other one has already decided, can you swing by my dorm and take us to Target and buy the stuff? The oldest one has his dorm life and set up his whole world where he is some sort of, monk-like minimalist. He just doesn't want stuff. He doesn't want to pay money for stuff. He's
always
secondhand.
been like that.
And he not only loves secondhand, he actually loves and prefers vintage, quirky stuff. I mean, he's just always into, or he'd like to make it himself, like this sort of thing. Not so with Senior Spends a Lot. Yeah, he definitely is all about, how can I get this new thing rewrapped so it's newer, right? It's just ridiculous. So, of course, he and Johnny Come Lately from Long Island, who's in there with him, right? The two of them are like magically going to be hottest destination on campus. So he is definitely, hey, what's up? Hey, bro. Hey, what's up? Hey, ho, ho. Definitely, he's already picked out the fraternity and they, him. They don't even get to do this until next semester. They're already having conversations.
Wow.
What did we buy today at the Target? Or attempt to? A fucking sofa? Who buys a sofa?
For your college freshman.
Right, for your dorm room. They have tricked out their dorm room in such a way where they have a multi-platform video game set up and a giant television on one side. And they want, the recliner sofa with embedded USB charging and cup holders on the other side, and the LED lights that go under the bed, and you can imagine, and a rug, and you can just imagine all the stupid.
Did you do all of this for them?
Yeah. Well, I didn't do the TV part, so, and I didn't even know. I think there's like a gaming computer in our house that no longer works, and that's still in our house. So I don't think I think the roommate brought the gaming whatever. And the way they've tricked out the room, we went to look at a Brita. This was about getting a water pitcher and a sofa and a rug later. Yeah. So, I mean, I got it at Walmart. It was up the road. It was ridiculous for what it was. But at the same time, it's fine. I don't mind them destroying crappy products that make them feel happy and relaxed and want to stay on campus instead of, because the flip side is, I'd rather have you hanging out in your room where it is relatively policed instead of wandering off to the myriad because the fraternities on campus don't have parties on campus. They have them in all the adjacent, abutting neighborhoods where they literally buy houses and turn them into fraternity houses. And that, I don't really want Alamance County Police coming and knocking on, like, I'm just stay in your dorm room.
They do know that they're at school for school, though, right? They do understand the mission.
Several things are great about the second child to college experience. The first child to college experience went to giant state school where they don't care about you, ended up in a really small program. So it was the best of both. You get this fantastic, you're a cog in an endless wheel, kind of endless machinery. No one cares about you, but guess what? All these people care about you. So these are the tightest people you'll ever meet. So he had it great, but he also started during COVID. Cut to totally different college experience, small campus. It feels like, for this one, the logical evolution of his 12 years at the same school, private school career. So he is at a small university, small to mid-size. I'm not sure what the designation is. It feels very small to me, but feels pretty big to him, right? So 2,000 kids in his freshman class. So just to give you an idea of how big the school is, not that big, but at the same time, much bigger than where you were. And it still has all of the trappings of they're going to know they know who you are in the dining halls. They know who you are in your building where you take your classes. His roommate just so happens to have an almost identical schedule to his. I don't think this was an accident. I don't think this was a lottery roommate. I think they put these two together because they have such similar majors that they're actually taking literally in the same classroom classes.
So it's motivating. It'll keep them on calendar, on task. And
it is probably the only reason that my son has got a 100% attendance track record for the first 7 days. So I'm just, the streak is on, the safety first. We keep flipping it every time, X many days before an accident. So I'll take it. I'll take it running. And if it means, buy a sofa so that they'll hang out even more, yes, please. I will have another. This is a good relationship for him to have. This kid is going to class. My kid is going to class. But all this by way of saying, we heard this with the oldest. We heard this with the middle child. We hear it from 100% of the graduates of our private school, that when you go to college, it is easier than high school. It is so much easier than the gauntlet you have been through. It is welcome to Coastville. If anything, it's a problem because now you feel like you can phone it in and then you just stop dialing the phone. So, I mean, at a certain point, I'm not worried about it. If you show up, you'll get an A because show up, your ears are open, you absorb it. You're an intelligent person. You know what to spit back. You will be fine. You'll be good. It's early. It's early. Just don't trip and fall flat on your fucking face is my hope and goal.
Fingers crossed. Fingers
two
crossed.
are out, and the third is effectively out and on the warpath because he's, of course, high school in himself and taking up another sport. And now all the coaches have started calling, which is great. It's what you want. It's what you want. But we already are traveling every single, starting mid-October, we travel every single weekend through January 18th. I have to check the calendar. Every single weekend is a travel weekend. And I mean, they're 8 hours, 9 hours, 14 hours in a car one way weekend. Every single one. There's no let up. And to just this morning we got word 2 more East Coast colleges have said, hey, I'm curious. Would you like to come up for a prospect day? Would you like to do this? That's the time of year it is. So I'm heading into real rough waters. It feels good to know that one is overseas and is going to be fine, is going to be safe, is going to be happy, and has no way of needing me to drive out.
Yeah, he's
to
on
his
auto
university.
Right, he's on autopilot right now.
Because I couldn't get there, right?
Only sharing stories of things at this point with you.
So it's big deal. And he was starting to get kind of nervous about the whole big endeavor, but we were just focusing on, this is good nervous. You only get to do something for the first time once ever, and then you've done it before. So revel in that. Make a mistake. Who cares? There's no perfect. There's just the first time. So bang, bang, bang. Do, do, do. Dee, believe.
So I'm bringing to you this theory that I heard that really disturbs me. And I want you to work with it, through it with me, near the girl with the voice. Amy, I saw somebody say, you can tell everything you need to know about a person by walking into their home and opening the hallway closet.
Oh,
they
God.
know everything between one ear and the other, what is inside your head and the rest of your home by what they see opening that front hallway closet.
Bullshit. I call
Thank you so much for saying that.
Utter bullshit. That's the stupidest, most bullshittedest thing.
God.
And if nothing, and this would be the perfect week to do it, because in the process of helping to pack and sort and whatever, and which one winter coat should I bring that will be, which multi-flex coat can I take to a cold environment that packs light? We were going through all the winter coats. So I was going through all of the myriad closets. This has been, not to go on too much of a tangent, but you know me, this has been the great clothing clean out that I have been waiting for.
Oh, great.
I will post the photos because they are delightfully shameful. The number I have, do you know those zip up IKEA style blue bags, the ones that look like
just
giant
sent them to
suitcases?
college with both kids.
So the blue bags you get in the IKEA, they have a different version that's even larger, and it zips around, and people use these to go off to college. They're wonderful. We've been using them. They're great. I have 6 of those with neatly folded, pristinely clean, ready to go, compact clothing filled to the brim and zippered, all for consignment. Just clothes.
Wow.
No shoes. The shoes are their own separate bag. I didn't bother to count all of the donations that at the end of every session, one of the drivers would put into the trunk and get rid of. So they're already out. And we would average 4 bags for donation every single time. Garbage bags, just tall kitchen garbage bags filled up with folded clothes, clean, out the door. Yeah. I think that the most we had was 7 in one go. But anyway, yeah, just out. The kid who moved to college, we took all 4 of us remaining members. We took an entire day and scoured his bedroom.
Wow.
Like down to the studs. We found more technology in there
than he knew he had.
I found 3 laptops. 3 functioning laptops.
Wow.
2 full sets of AirPods, right? So that have long been on the network. You turn your phone on and it shows like 14 pairs of AirPods that are connected to my phone, and I'm like, oh, those are just kids that have visited. No, they're still in that room. Anyway, so yes. So getting back to the closet, my front hall closet is only a subset of outer garments, because they don't all fit in there, because we have too many people.
But is it organized? Is it lined up? And was it? Wait. Not is it now, but was it organized? Was it arranged where all of the gloves are here and all of the, is it?
It was at 86%. I would have gotten a B minus or B plus. I would have gotten a B plus prior to the clean out. Now it's at an A, a very, very low, just squeak an A minus, highest B plus you can get, because I haven't fully sorted out all of the bins with the shit on the floor. I have those canvas cube style things, and this one is hats, and this one is gloves, and this one is whatever. But I mean, come a time there was a drum set in there. There was a lot of shit in there that's not in there anymore. So it's outerwear. That's it, right? And the occasional Easter carrot. Other than that, it's ready to go. But like, you don't open that and say, oh, look, an Easter carrot and 2 lamps and some drum set because it's a deep fucking giant closet. How is that about me? I don't like Easter carrots. That's
It's about your organization and what goes on between the ear and ear. And he could tell you everything he needed to know. Yes, I saw it on TikTok. Sorry. But they were telling me that I know that you are a scattered human who, I don't know, it wasn't flattering and I couldn't swipe up fast enough. I could not get away from it fast enough.
Well, there are spaces in your home and there are places, and I do subscribe to that theory that it all weighs on you, the items in your home. And I mean, if you have a basement, if you have an attic, everything in between, even the things that are hidden from view, you, sort of cosmically, karmically, you feel it. You know it is there. And I do. It's in the garage, right? It's not clean in the way that I want it, but I'm baby stepping. I cleaned out 2 more of the cars just this afternoon on the way home. Like, and as they are leaving my environment, I'm able to do it because with them goes the source of the problem. Like at a certain point, you don't shovel during a snowstorm. Why can't I fucking whack?
Well, you sound like me.
So I agree that it is a snapshot of what's going on. But at the same time, if you were to open one of these spaces, already knowing you're unhappy with it, that's not necessarily a snapshot that you're unhappy with your life. It's a snapshot that that's not a priority at this moment, right? There are times when everything is, always talk about the desk where it's cleared off. I could leave here with a box in 5 minutes. Let's go. Well, that's not my office right now. I really don't like my office right now. I wish it was back to the way I like to keep it. But am I going to prioritize that over spending precious time with my family?
Who are all leaving you?
In a blink of an eye, who are no longer teens and kids anymore. They're pretend adults and going off and doing their own thing, which I can't fucking wait for them to do and get for real. But at the same time, I also want to spend time with them now. I don't want to lose that time. I just don't want it forever.
Somebody said on the news the other night that you get 19 years with your children, 18, the first 18, and the last year is the rest of their lives. You get 1 year left with them. Like all the time added up over the course of your life is 1 year.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Oh,
yeah, you only get...
I thought of it fun way. Like all the rest of their lives is like one gigantic year, right? That the first 18 go by really fast, and that last year gets to take 72 years. Like
right,
I was like, oh, that's fun.
You get like a day here or 2 days there, and it all adds up. The rest of your life adds up to the last year of the 19 years. And knowing that I'm past the 18 with both of them, that's not good. Like that definitely sent me on a spiral and then focused me, God help me, on closets until I couldn't talk. I couldn't.
Yeah, why'd you do this?
Breathe. I couldn't. I spent 3.5, almost 4 years in a house alone. And then I took some kids to college. I went to Cabo. I went to California. I did some traveling and I came home sick. So fuck travel. Fuck sick.
This is not travel. This is not Cabo. I call bullshit again. Closet doors open. You've been home from Cabo for like 4 days. You're not sick from that.
I don't know what it is.
Germinating takes longer than that.
I don't know what it is. I tested twice so far. I'll test again today. I'm still COVID negative, but I'm also hearing that doesn't really matter because this new variant might not have anything to do with the COVID tests I've had since they handed them out free and I never left the house. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping I'm on an upward swing. I'm not sure.
I'm hoping you're on an upward swing as well. I wish you fantastic good news and great health and all the fucking things. Drink some juice. Go to bed a little extra early. Snuggle with your puppa-luppers, right? Have a nice foot rub from your husband.
No, he's kind of avoiding me. He's avoiding me, if we're being honest. We came home from dropping our youngest off at University of Delaware for her sophomore year. And my voice was kind of funky when I was there. This is much better. But yesterday I couldn't talk at all. It was just coming right out of me. So I come home from that trip and my husband says, I think I'm taking the dogs to the beach Sunday. I'll be home on Tuesday. I'll bring them home. I said, babe, that's a lot of driving for 3 dogs who hate the car. And they don't have 2.5 acres down there where they can run around and be whatever. Just leave them here with me. Go take your time that you need to yourself or you want or whatever. Leave the dogs. No. I'm taking the dogs. Please don't take the dogs. I'm already not feeling well. Let them just be here. I know they're safe. I can take care of this. We're fine. Again, it's opening a door and closing a door. I got this. And he took the dogs to the beach over my intense protest, objection, whole nine. I was like, you're being ridiculous. No. Just go there. Go do whatever you have to do and don't have the responsibility of, fine. So he takes them. Ames, we had a reunion at the University of Delaware several years ago where one of our friends' husbands from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast called her after she had their dog for 4 months, maybe. She rescued a pup. And he's like, she left and she said to him exactly what I said. Do not take this dog riding on your bike. He doesn't know you. He doesn't even know me that well yet, and he's my dog. And he certainly does not know the terrain of anywhere you're going to take him. And he did it anyway. And he called my house to say, hi, honey, I lost your dog. I got that call.
What?
That my husband went to the beach with the 3 dogs. I absolutely told him not to take, and he went over my protest. And
Yeah, but your protests were for some other reason. This story is taking an active turn. Okay, keep going.
So he calls me and says, have you gotten any phone calls from anybody?
Stuart, let's put a full... hang on. Stand on this step for a second. Just stand on this step. Rest your voice, okay? Take 5.
Thank you.
Right? Take 5. Because, team, this is a required off-ledge. We've just got to go there. I'm going to delay you. You're used to it by now. Welcome
Yes.
if you're joining us for the first time.
Welcome.
This one is about Dr. Stuart Stupido. Okay? Brother, you tell on yourself more than a 6-year-old child. Okay? Here's a pro tip. When you are trying to get information out of your wife, don't lead with, I think something terrible has happened. Do you know about it?
Do you know anything that could help?
Right. There's a chance that I could have burned down the beach house. Do you know about it? Like, what in the fuck?
Has the fire department called you at all?
What in the flippity fuckity fucktown? And here's my other pro tip for you. Let's attack it from the other side, Stuart.
Go ahead.
Let's attack it from the other sides. Let's look at the other side. Okay. So, what would logically the first thing happen were someone to have called your wife? Tick, 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 tick. Boom! She would call you immediately. And you would be dead through proxy or phone call or lightning bolt or some sort of neighbor coming over with a cleaver. Something would immediately happen where you would know long before you thought to ask her that something is wrong. Is she the kind of gal to sit on a problem
idly by
and just wait for you to ask her to engage? Is she the kind of gal who's going to say, I betcha he has this well in hand without any involvement or commentary from me?
Never going to happen.
Is she the kind of gal who's going to decide if something's wrong with the dogs? My best course of action is silence and solitude. Yeah, you know the answers already.
No
don't
fucking way to any of those.
Don't touch that dial. You should not be calling your wife with the question, fuck the dog. What do you think, both? I don't even understand. I don't understand. I feel we need to revoke his board certification. It's just, it's a question of judgment for me. Truly, it is. When you walk in holding someone's dislocated arm from the socket, do you point it at the parents and say, hello, my baby, let's shake your hand with your kid's dismembered arm? No. You sidle into that shit. You let them know easily. There's got to be a class on this. There's got to be a class on wife management, canine edition. How did you skip this in medical school?
I just finished telling you that 5 years ago, we did this exact same scenario where our girlfriend ripped her husband a new ass across the country. And he looked at me and said, wow, that was dumb. Him calling her without having solution to this problem.
Evidence. Yes. So you have experience.
You know better. Yes, you knew better.
Know
And
better.
yet,
When you know better, do better.
and yet here we are. So this phone call
let's
comes
keep climbing the staircase. Yep.
I feel even worse than I do today, which, progress. And he says, all right, fix this problem and then talk to me after. It comes to my awareness. He pulled into the garage, let the dogs in the backyard without checking the gates to make sure they were closed.
Even I know that. I'm sorry. Even I know that. God, I'm getting hivey.
So he lets
Melissa
the dogs
gets so mad. I'm not hivey about the dogs.
into the
I'm super
backyard.
not worried about losing the dogs. I'm worried about not checking the gates and having to deal with you.
Yes.
How do you do it?
That's
Okay.
the bigger
Woo.
problem. So he looks and he hasn't seen the dog. So
Sees a white streak going down the sidewalk.
yes, that's what he saw. So he looks down after he sees a black dog book.
Oh.
And he looks down and sees the gates wide open.
Oh.
So 3 dogs in the wind in a town they don't really know that well. That's
They
all
know it.
roads.
You take them for the 78-mile walk twice a day. And then they get their special belly rubs and solid gold treats. These dogs have it better than fucking royalty. They know that place. I take your point, but also
It's
fine.
just crossing street after street after street, which makes us super nervous. So he goes out and bottom line, because I'm not taking you on this voyage again, because I'll throw up again. And it turns out, frankly, our 86-pound massive standard poodle, very leggy blonde, was in the back of a cop car when Stuart found him.
I love the
Which,
beach
if you know him, is
cops.
totally appropriate for him.
That's so fun.
His daughter, Norma, got cornered in somebody's backyard, probably 1.5 miles from our house.
Oh, okay. Runners. Got it.
And Shirley, our smaller one, was found in Marvin Gardens, which my
Shit,
daughter
all
calls
the way the other way across a very, very, very
busy road.
4-lane, super busy. That's a problem. And why don't you run to the water? Why don't you run to the ocean?
Nobody
The other
ran
direction.
to the ocean. Nobody.
So dumb. And you take them there. You'd think they'd know it. Okay.
They all went left. Nobody went right. 9 houses
Hot
to the right,
child in the city.
miles
I
to the
smell
left.
some bitches. Yeah, they were running across the street trying to get something.
What's a perk in this story? Nothing. But what my husband has taken from it was
Wow.
not always listen to my wife. He took from it, we're on that forum, and I've complained on here before about how petty and nasty and stupid and ridiculous people could be in Facebook forum pages. He got on there. He said there had to have been 20 to 30 people out in cars and bikes looking for our dogs with him, for him. And when he involved the police, the entire community came out. I'm telling you, Mallory and I both said, do you have a picture of that dog in a cruiser? Because if you do, it goes on my yearly pillow that he makes for me with the year's pictures. He did not get a picture of Frankly in the back of a police cruiser, which is what I'm most angry about.
Give him a week. The yard keepers will come. He'll do this again. Oops. I still can't. He called the fucking cops?
Yeah, well,
he called the cops?
He said he ran around for like 35 minutes screaming, "Cookie, cookie,"
Oh,
waiting for
God.
any dog to answer. And our neighbors a couple were out, and they went looking with it. It was like an hour and a half total.
Wow.
And I would have thrown up, shit my pants. It would have been awful. I wouldn't have taken them for less than 24 hours to the beach. And I would have checked the gates to make sure they were closed.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you.
What?
they only have tags to your proper home address and or not even your address, just your cell phones, just your cell phone.
My cell phone. That's why he called me to see if
For real.
anybody checked in.
But don't you know that you would have called him immediately?
Immediately, I would have called him.
Yeah.
So my husband lost our dogs and found them and found a
Wow.
community of people who are delightful and lovely. They're not all deplorables. That was lovely. And lesson learned, I doubt it, but reinforce the check the fucking gates, buddy. Like, come on.
So I cannot. There's so much to process with this, and none of it is what you're processing. All I'm thinking about is how the police say anything other than like, fuck you dog. I got people to protect. No, they're like, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Let's get these dogs down.
Well, don't.
I mean, I just think it's fantastic, right?
I agree, but don't firemen also take cats out of trees? They don't just fight fires.
I think that's just in fiction. I don't think that
this
actually
is the
happened.
serve part of serve and protect. This is the serve part.
I don't know. Well, I also find it super quizzical that he had to look for a hard 30 minutes and came up with nothing, right? That's really weird to me because how far away did they get in blocks? You told me in miles. In blocks, are we talking 30 blocks? Are we talking 6 blocks? Are we talking 2 blocks? The closest one was how far?
The closest one was about 1, 2, 3.5, 4 blocks away. She was not that aggressive. What upset me was the father-daughter combo who do everything together split up.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's a jailbreak, honey.
Have I taught you nothing? What is this, Escape from Dannemora?
I actually was listening to this probably because there's a murderous weather event thundering on the horizon.
Coming your way.
For sure. So they were talking on the news about do this, don't die, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And it occurred to me, wouldn't it be smart to have an updated conversation with the 3 children and actually my husband talking about an emergency preparedness plan, where to go. And by plan, I really just mean tactical decision-making tree, because as long as you have a working cell phone, you don't need no fucking plan. But when that you don't have, okay. So, what's the location? If now you're scattered all over the place, do we pick, how do you do it? Is it go to the nearest X near you? Like, is that a gas station? Is that a library? Like, what's
smart.
it? Like, just come. Like, you pick something that no matter where you are, the closest XYZ location is where you will be. So that's where everyone can look first or contact first, etc. So these are part of just the plans. And I was thinking with all these people traveling everywhere and the weather coming, right? That's something that you can do with the dogs. They thought of it themselves when they split up. They're like, all right, I'm heading to the tables, right? You go over and get laid in the gardens. Pick up a couple of bitches. Meet me down here. The comics are coming on, and it's all you can eat rib night. Let's go.
I'm getting some gin and juice. Right.
Yes, they were ready to hit it. I still don't understand why they didn't go to the beach. That makes no sense to me.
Because they're dumb. Let's admit it. They're dumb.
Well, I think they were just so startled with freedom, they didn't know what to do. Because how rarely do they have it? And taking the dogs and taking all 3 dogs, he's fully capable of managing all 3 dogs, as evidenced by the fact that they're still alive. He got them all back. He involved law enforcement. And because he is a cis white, heavily educated male, he was able to actually get the help of the government to say, hey, man, work that tip, whatever you need.
That did not escape my consciousness, that he was exactly who everybody wants to help. And is it like that to me? For me, if I were...
Hi, I'm an emergency room doctor calling you from my Tesla. I wonder if you can help me. I'm having an urgent situation, a crisis for our community.
A massive fluffy poodle is on the lam. Somebody please help me.
He's a good dude. You'd help him regardless of his credentials. But I will also say this for those who don't know. My best friend is an emergency room nurse, was Stuart, an emergency room doctor. There is a code. There is a code among these professionals that you help the cops always, and the cops will help you always. Because when the cops come to the emergency room, they know who they want helping them first. So if an emergency room doctor self-identifies, I'm an emergency room doctor, that's as close to saying I'm a fellow police officer as you can get.
It's as close to saying, my wife is going to fucking kill me if I don't find these 3 dogs.
Yes.
I need your help. Yeah, they
Yes.
want a blood alcohol taken now, not 4 hours from now when that guy's
All those
sober
things that
in
I don't know
chairs,
anything
right?
about. Exactly. All
Right.
those things I don't know anything about. There's a code. They help each other.
I mean-
I got you, baby. I got you.
Okay, my other issue, if you're done ragging on my husband for his bad choices. Are you finished?
His bad choice was not defying you, because honestly, I think I'm not even going to go there. His bad choice was not defying you.
calling me to tell me the dogs are gone.
That was his idiotic choice, and he must learn this fucking lesson. I feel like I try to teach him all the time. I got very little I can teach you, Stuart. You should be listening to me.
Honey, we're on your side. We're trying to help you.
Boy, am I trying to help you, pal.
We have to take Melissa's side. We were with her first, but we love you and don't want to lose you. We want you together.
I am taking Melissa's side, because if you kill him, you'll go to jail. And that is absolutely what will happen if he keeps acting this way. In a roundabout way, this is me supporting you.
I appreciate that. It's
Anytime.
a shame that it's so roundabout. But my other issue for today, as I scream voice my way through this episode, is about food shopping. Now, like I said, I spent a couple of years doing Instacart, bring it to me. It's your problem, not mine. These are the things I want. But somebody on the embedded version of the New York Times,
Of course. Bon Appetit magazine, online edition.
yes,
Video, corral. Yeah.
Bon Appetit magazine said, who goes to the supermarket without a list? Who goes with a list that's not in the order of the aisles that you are shopping?
Psychopath. Excuse me. Sorry.
So he
It's
says,
possible.
Yeah.
It's possible to shop without a list. It is impossible to itemize products, even in your mind's eye, without doing it in the correct order. Ooh, gotta calm down. I'm triggered. I felt a trigger. I'm gonna breathe through it. Breathe through it. The supermarket is set up in a particular order. One must abide the order. Do not deviate. If you think not checking the gates is a problem, okay?
it is a problem.
If you think not checking the gates is the least of your concerns, if you can't get your shit together to get into the supermarket, I will get hostile. The cops will come, and they won't be helping me, because I will have committed a crime. Oh, I wanted to say, I stole something again today.
Oh,
but it
shit.
wasn't me. It wasn't me that stole it. I supervised this theft, and I let it happen.
Dear
So does
listener,
that count?
this is a segment on our show called Dear Amy, what have you stolen this week? And her
I don't steal
answer
stuff. Yeah,
is I don't steal stuff. But as the story unfolds,
I spent a lot of money, first of all, and it's self-checkout. That's really on you. And the college boys were, well, you asked me to do this. Perhaps I made a mistake. I decided to self-check this into the cart. I self-discounted. No, I paid for the couch. I paid for the other items. And there were multiple pillows that we were having a hard time finding the location for the barcode on. So we found one, and the kid with the gun, who is the roommate, shot it with the gun. And I said, great. And I tossed all the pillows back into the cart, right? Because he shot it with a gun after we'd been standing there. And he goes, I only got the one. And I hesitated for a moment. And before I could open my mouth or reach for the pillows to get them back, my son, the dearest one whom I love, opened his mouth and said, yeah, we got it. And I thought, you know what? We do. And out the door we went. So that's my tale of theft. And fuck you, because it was $600. You can give me a fucking pillow, dick. I admit it, sorta. And it was not the Walmart where it was not the Walmart where I stole that gelatin that time and then went back and paid for it and fucking threw it. It was a different Walmart. And the Walmart was actually really nice. The Walmart near their college is very nice. It's very nice. It's better than the Target near their college, which is creepy and weird to say that out loud. Back to you.
Back to you.
This is shopping in a supermarket without a list and without ordering things in the proper order, because evidently you have a death wish and you're an insane person.
So
maybe?
you order, what you're saying is you order your shopping list in a way that makes it most productive to walk through a supermarket.
I don't do it because I am neurotic. I do it because it is the most likely to have the order completed properly. If you require anyone to fulfill this list, including yourself, you are most likely to forget something if you're zigzag, zig-a-zig-zag, zig-a-zig-zig-zig-zag. You got to just do it when you're there. You clump all the items in the space where you are so you remember to get them. And you can mentally tick, 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 even if the list is just in your mind. If you have to go get cheese and then come back and get a fucking tomato and then go over and get cereal and then come back and get a cucumber, who are you? And how much fucking time do you have? And why am I friends with you? Because I'm not anymore. It's over.
Okay.
You're out of my life.
Dear listener, do you make a shopping list? Do you group it in order of the aisles at the store? Please, please, please pick a side. brilliantobservations@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Brilliant Observations or Brillab Squad. Definitely join Brillab Squad. Or go on Listen Brilliant on Instagram. Fuck Twitter. Sorry. I can't. Fuck Twitter.
That's right. Who's over there? Just a bunch of ex-dicks. Well, they're current dicks, actually.
Why am I?
They're stupid.
I'm not even subscribing to your name change. I'm not subscribing to anything. But what you should subscribe to is this fucking podcast. Make good choices, everybody. I was switching wallets, and I saw a stamp on one of my bills that said, where'sgeorge.com. Have you ever seen this before?
I feel like I have, but I'm not in real life, and I don't remember it enough at the time. I love this gorilla stuff on bills. Tell me about it.
You go to the where'sgeorge.com website, and you can trace where your bill has been once you put in
cool.
the letters and numbers. And I found it on one bill. It was a $5 bill that was first registered in 2019 and has not been seen anywhere since then. So 2023. Oh, wow. So it was a jump, and it was in like Annapolis, Maryland, and now it's in my hometown, and I desperately want to go spend it and see where else it goes. I'm going to save the number and see whatever happened to it.
That is so cool.
It's like our geocaching. Did you ever do that with your kids?
I didn't ever do it with my kids. I thought about doing it. I looked up a couple, but it was mostly something that I did with clients. We would set up geocache sites as part of their destination.
Oh, fun for tourism.
Of interest. Yeah, we would do it for tourism.
That's awesome.
And always trying to outdo. And that's actually a fun thing to look up on TikTok. Honestly, the videos are insane because people go crazy. Now the whole thing with geocaching is to make it as difficult as possible once you're there. Finding the location is the easy part. Used to be finding the location was the whole trick, but now that navigation part is kind of not the deal. So instead, they make it all about solving the puzzle, solving the riddle, being creative. Once you get to the spot, you don't know where the geocache is. What is it? Is it this tree? Is it a branch? Is it something on the branch? Is it buried? Is it the rock? What do I need to move? It's very cool.
I absolutely loved it. And when, like Kelly Brown, you should absolutely try this. Take your kid out. Do this fun stuff. We had kids in Florida, and it was fucking hot. And what are you going to do? So we would find like 4 geocaches. We have a regular one here. We had a regular one in Florida inside a little alligator's mouth in a tree after hurricane. But my kids loved the ones that were boxes where you don't just put your name on a scroll, but you find like a ring or a toy or something, but you can't take one unless you leave one. So I've always had a Ziploc bag of like, what are they? Crocs gibbets in my bag.
Oh, right.
To just leave behind places. And they loved it so much to the point where we'll go to On the Border, a Mexican restaurant here, and they'll say, let's see how many people have signed it since we did when we were 8.
Oh, that's so fun.
So that's fun for us. So we still do it. I mean, very like once a year we'll look and say, is it still there? Oh, look, it's on the light post. Peel it off. It's a magnet. So much fun. I highly, highly recommend doing it. Endorse. And that's kind of what that find out where your bill has been nonsense was. And I liked it because I'm an adult and I don't really have a reason to geocache anymore.
That's very cool. I actually think that has some adult application. I think it's spectacular. Let's do. Endorse.
We should do that. As grown-ups, we should do that.
Yeah, I don't see why not. And always make it someplace fucking good. Like, I mean, so that just getting there is, okay, perfect. Oh, and there's a little task for me to do while I'm here. A gold star. Okay, you interest engaged. As soon as I know there's a gold star, let me at it. Whoo, I came in first in the
You
tournament.
would do
Fishdom.
anything for a badge.
Baby.
Oh, how is Fishdom going?
First. I did real well. I did really good. I came in total first. I did super great. Our whole
In the
team won.
world?
In the world, our team won the tournament. So that means on a, 20 or 30 person team, I don't remember if it's 20 or 30. It might be 30. There were so many diamonds to be divided. I think we each got 58 apiece.
Wow.
That's fucking first in the world, baby.
In the
First
world.
In that tournament, sure. Well, why wouldn't you? Because I'm great.
That's amazing.
I'm happy, gal. If you want to find me on Fishdom, then you can send me some free lives. Hey, no problem. I'll take them.
I'd like to thank you for your patience today and with my voice and with my craziness and putting shit off and taking kids to college. This is a very, again, new time of our lives. You're down to one kid, poor little guy, little 6-foot guy, getting all of the attention from you over the course of the next year. Although I have a feeling that your middle will still be like, mom, couch, mom, I need games. Mom, can I use the credit card for X, Y, or Z? I'm curious. I think his college is supposed to have an incredible dining hall. I want to know if he's still ordering in from Grubhub, Hotspot, whatever they are, constantly.
Are you talking about middle child?
Middle child, yeah.
No, the dining experience is top notch. He actually sent us a text 3 or 4 days in. He was having king crab legs that he had gotten from the dining hall. I'm like, you're doing what now? So
try not to share this with my UD kid because
it is next fucking level. His favorite thing, of course, is relatively lowbrow. We have one of the trustees is the family that owns a regional fast food chain. You may not have heard of it. How far we broadcast. It's called Biscuitville. If you've ever heard of Biscuitville, it's really just a breakfast place. They open at 5 a.m. and they close, I want to say, at 2 p.m. Maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't even stay open that late. Fantastic scratch-made biscuits. Everything is delicious. They're out of this world. So his campus has the only Biscuitville on a college campus anywhere, and it's a custom Biscuitville that stays open until 1 a.m. and serves lunch items and dinner items that you can only get there and nowhere else. So
holy shit.
He has turned that into the favorite, super great late night hotspot. Just very cool. Just a goofy, fun thing that he loves.
Is that a meal exchange kind of thing? He can get.
It's on the plan.
Okay.
They have it. Their deal is a phoenix. The whole campus burned to the ground. They have, how everybody campus has a bell that they ring. Well, theirs got burned and mutilated in the fire. So the first thing they do when they come in is they ring that fucked up bell. The whole thing. So it was. And all the oaks were regrown. So their symbol is an oak and it's a phoenix. So everything is a phoenix. So your phoenix card can get you anything there as well.
Was this one of the stories that your husband yawned through at convocation?
Oh my God,
or whatever?
yes. Oh my God, yes. Still so embarrassed that fucking cannot believe it.
I found out this year that our kid wants us to come for Parents Weekend. I thought we outgrew that. You're a junior, mofo. We don't do that.
What do they even do on Parents Weekend? You have to watch some sport where they're not very good and eat under a tent. Like, I mean, I love you. Can't you come home or maybe just wait till the semester's over? Send you a fruit basket?
Or any weekend where we're not competing with all of the other parents for a dinner reservation.
It's very trafficky. Like, I don't want to hang out with your roommate's cousin. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. I've already been to college. I do love you. I do miss you.
I swear I do.
Not doing it this weekend. I'm busy. Yeah.
No, it's in the calendar. Like you, we have weekend shit to do.
Right.
Right through.
And relatively few weekends left to any of us. How are you? When do you close? Will you close the beach house?
No, never.
So you're going to keep it functioning and open in the winter. It's not something where you're going to winterize it and maybe not plan to go during November kind of thing.
Definitely
You'll pretty much be there every 3, a minimum of 1 weekend a month.
Absolutely.
All year round.
You know I'm not really a beach girl, so the best part of it will be going to the beach when nobody's there and sitting and reading a book, listening to the waves crash. Like, the best part is still there. The worst part, the people, will be gone. So, although Stuart has a new appreciation for the people who helped him find 3 dogs, but...
You know, I thought of you today. I have developed I have become a regular at a restaurant here, which is just a ho-hum nothing burger restaurant. It's a pizza place. It's an Italian place, but I go there and get a special turkey sub sandwich, right?
Sounds great.
It's good. I go. Nobody likes it but me, so I'm the only one that goes there.
Can you tell me about the sandwich before you tell us your story?
It's not that notable.
I love your food porn, please.
It's just a regular submarine sandwich roll, but they do it in the style that you don't usually get down here, which means they coat that roll. They toast the roll itself, and I get it cold because otherwise they're going to heat up that cold deli meat, and that's when I'm going to have to knife you right in the nuts. We're not doing that. So they take the empty roll, they toast it up, and then they take it warm, and they coat that with oil, vinegar, oregano, salt, pepper, just on the roll. Then they coat that, my favorite, with mayonnaise because I'm a mayonnaise gal. Then they load that with some provolone and some fresh turkey, and then those marinated onions and some lettuce and another shake of black pepper and a little salt. And then there's a tomato in there. They crush the whole thing together, put it on your plate, serve it with some hot, freshly fried chips, bring it out to you with a little ranch dip. It's a regular gringo lunch, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Because it's got just enough of the juice from that oil and vinegar to make the mayonnaise not gloppy. Oh, it's not great for you, but at the same time, I do love it. So I go there and I get my whole order, right? I've been doing this a lot. That when they see me coming, they're like, turkey sub, blah blah blah. Like they run the order. They don't say usual because I don't actually like that. Okay,
I would start singing the theme to Cheers right now if I didn't sound like this.
I thought of you today because the last time I was in there, there's 2 or 3 waitresses who I recognize, they know me, etc. And now there's a third who I've seen on other shifts, but now she must be doing lunch shift. And she got me last time. She fucked up the order. It wasn't great, and she repaired it, but she even repeated it back to me when I ordered it.
Correct.
So it's like, yeah, so I wasn't expecting it to be fucked up. It was fucked up. Not a big deal. Got resolved. It's a sandwich. I can handle it. It's a sandwich. So I still tip 25% because I only know that they give you the option on the thing. It's an automatic. Do you want to do 18%, 20, 25 custom? And I just, pick the highest one, right? It's not that much more. Okay. So I thought this time I come in, I clocked her. I was like, hey. And I thought, I'm not going to sit in her section. It's a seat yourself deal. I'm not going to sit in her section. She changed sections to come over because I tip well so last time. Service is terrible. I don't want her to be my waitress. She's not any good. She's very kind, but she's shitty. And how do I know she's shitty? Because she fucked up the 2 tables that were around me to the point where they were not nice. She fucked up a soda. I don't even know how you do this. The woman was like pissed off. That's how, because I don't pay any attention to what the fuck's going on around me. This is my I'm hiding here lunch, right? This is, I need a reward. I need some quiet. I need to just slink into this corner where nobody's going to come because who's coming here for a fucking sandwich? Nobody.
Right.
And the woman is like, can you check on my soda? And I was like that. I'm like, what's going on with the fucking soda?
No, it's still in the machine.
I'm going to check. I want to find out. So then, and she's like, oh yeah, let me take care of that. And I was like, okay. So I just, TikTok clocked it. No problem. Go back to what I'm doing. Then I realized about halfway through my sandwich, bitch ain't got her soda yet. That's a long time in soda time. So round she comes, glances at her and goes, I'm going to check on that soda right now, which is code for, I forgot.
Totally
before you tell me that I forgot it, I'm going to acknowledge that I forgot first. So it looked like, come up with something better. It was a canister. They're changing the gas. And so that's where the CO2 was flat. That's why it tasted the syrup's wrong. Something. Make it up. I'm not even in service and I know this shit. All right. So she come back finally. Lunch is done. I'm waiting for my bill. Took too long, ruined the soda. And instead of coming back and saying, of course I took that off for you, and here's one in a to-go cup. Right. I know how to be a server, okay?
Right.
I've had a meal in a restaurant. I'm a human being. I live on a planet, in a community. Figure it out, Okay, so meanwhile, she come walking up with some sad red cup with a stupid wrapped straw again. And she's like, here, give this one a shot. If it doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. I don't drink soda. Really?
That's got nothing to do with nothing.
This your answer? 25% tip? This your answer? And you know what happened after I sat down? She took my drink order. It took her forever to fucking get it. And the other waitress come running over and she goes, hey, can I get you that half-cut sweet tea and the turkey? And I said, oh, she already took my order. She went, she did? Yeah. I felt like saying, that bitch shanked your section.
Poorly.
She did. And I went, she took it. She took my order. I wanted to say, I wanted you. I came and sat in a place I don't like to sit on the other side. I like to sit by the window so I can see what's nice. It's a pretty. Nope. I sat in the shitty section and she sought me out.
Nobody puts.
Guess how much I tip her? Guess how much I tip her?
I'm gonna guess 25%.
Of course I fucking tip her. It's not on me. It's not a reflection on me that you suck. And it's what am I gonna withhold my dollar? Like that's gonna teach you something? Come on.
That'll learn ya.
They got to recognize. They got to figure it out. They got to work on their training or something.
So you thought of me because of the waitress we love at
She's so bad.
Down
She's
Beach,
so bad.
who is so lovely, but your answer is you're never going to see your food.
You develop these relationships with people and they're not necessarily good at their job. And so now you're in the pickle where you're like, great, let's sit and catch up and talk to you about your family when I'm still just waiting for that pickle plate, Sharon. I mean, how long I got to wait? And meanwhile, you work for me, but oh no, I do want to hear about your son. How's that rheumatism?
By the
and
way,
did your aunt get the apartment? Like, where's my sandwich?
By the way, we're intermittent fasting and we don't eat till noon. And we've been waiting 40 minutes to get that soda and food.
Right. And I'm still going to tip you like I'm taking care of your summer house. Like
she's family. Yeah.
It's just, and if it was family, I could yell at you. Like you're just the
that's
worst.
True, actually.
It's the worst possible situation because you're like that super friendly acquaintance, right? It's not tight enough where you can pull them aside and say, look, I know we're having a relaxed service day, but can I actually get my meal maybe or get you fired? What's going to happen? When's retirement coming? You know, sooner than my sandwich?
She is pretty old, if you think about it. We haven't been there in weeks, right? We were in take kids to college mode. We were in Mexico mode. We were in finish camp, pack, repack, whatever mode.
Oh, I forgot about the camp you snuck in there, right?
Right. We haven't been there in ages, and we are going back this weekend. Obviously, it's Labor Day weekend. We will be down there. I will be in charge of the gates and dog retention.
You're a glutton for punishment.
And his punishment will be single walk dogs by himself throughout the entire day.
Don't punish him. Don't punish him.
Don't punish him.
Yeah, of course don't punish him. It's done. Don't punish him. The net result of this error.
He doesn't even have a picture of Frankly in a police cruiser. Nothing.
That's because his focus was where it should be, which was on the safety and reclamation of the lost and wandering dogs, right? And he did his job. The other thing that he could have done, and many men will swear by, is to shut the fuck up about it and not tell on your stupid self. And none's the wiser. You're not checking the police reports. You're not like my crazy neighbor. Oh, remember how I told you that there was a gunshot in the neighborhood? Okay. I happened to be out in the backyard with the dog. The neighbor came out. Hey, yap, 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 yap. I haven't talked in a while. And just casually toward the end, I was like, hey, so whatever happened with that gunshot? Did you have any follow-up? And her eyes got so big like saucers. And I was like, fuck, I didn't say nothing. Nope. And she goes, what gunshot? This is her husband is the one who told us about it. And I'm like, what do you, I've said, did I say gunshot? I meant,
buckshot.
And she immediately pounced. She said, no, you're not changing what you said.
I meant buckshot. I meant nudies.
She just went fucking crazy. She's like, Rick told me it was a domestic disturbance and the cops said nothing to see here and went on their way. And I said, well, was it a domestic? I'm still so clueless. I was like, a domestic disturbance with a gunshot? And she went, no. He told me that it was a false call for a domestic disturbance and nothing was wrong. And I was like, really? And before I could, my brain is trying to keep up. I'm running on the hamster wheel. And she got it figured out.
Trouble.
She got it figured out. She said, so either he lied to you or he lied to me. I said, I said, I think I Rick didn't do no lying. Rick didn't do no lying, Miss Pam. It's me.
I hope it's to me.
I made a mistake, Pam. Yeah. Oh my God. I got real scared. And then I had to talk all around it. I was like, well, look, here's what I don't think it is. Anything you think. So after 37 minutes later, I got her all calmed down, right? I couldn't even give any more details for context to try and save him because I at least had the presence of mind to know every bit of rope I'm throwing out here, I'm tying it tighter around Rick's neck. I can't do it, right? So I was just like, I'm just going to shut my mouth and drink my coffee.
I have said enough.
I am so sorry, Ricky, I'm so sorry for you. Whoo! Anyway, okay.
Don't come home.
Here's what she says, right? She goes, well, I don't need to follow up with him. I'll check the police report. I said, you going to do what now? You going to do what? She goes, oh, yeah. Don't you know? And she had it like dialed up into her recent memory.
Oh,
She's
my
like,
God.
Yeah, all you need to do is tie, and you can know exactly who was called and on what day and where they responded, and there'll be a written report of what they're doing. I'm like, what did I have for dinner last night, Pam? Because Jesus, that's a lot of information.
Those are the busybodies at the shore, which is why he was so grateful.
I love a busybody right next door. I love it. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on, and in case I ever need it, come sit by me, right? You know, I don't have anything to hide, but I guess the day I do, better watch my step. I'm just here to tell you, she definitely was going to castrate that man. He's dead. He's a dead man.
He did.
And it's kind of my fault, but do you really
it's
tell?
It's kind of my fault.
Do you really tell the neighbor one thing and then the wife another thing? Do you really do that to yourself?
Obviously, he did.
Who going to do that? He's the president of the home thing. He's the president of the home thing. So what I think is that he told us the truth. I wonder who told us the truth.
I wonder who he was trying to manage.
I think he told his wife, nothing to see here, honey. Go back in the house. He nothing honeyed her. Oh.
It's never a good plan. Dear listener, if you're listening and that's your plan, I mean, definitely pivot because that is not the way to go.
Wow. I was embarrassed and surprised and a little scared to have all this happen so early in the morning, so early on a Sunday morning. But that's the way it is.
That is just the way it is. Dear listener, again, I apologize for my voice. I hope to be in fighting shape for next week's podcast. Thank you so much for turning us on. I hope in some way we turned you on, although I can't imagine how, unless it's this voice, and then we need to talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys. We hope this weekend is an amazing Labor Day, that you don't go into labor, but you just celebrate other people's labor. Perhaps your local police department for chasing 3 dogs across a small town. We love you guys. Thank you.
We really do love you because, I mean, honestly, this gal pal, she's like, what am I going to do? I can't talk. I got nothing. How am I going to make it work? Can we do it and read it out somehow where it's not me talking? She love you so much, guys.
So
maybe you should fucking click subscribe and tell your friends. Do something nice. She'd try to do all these nice things for you. Jesus.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
All right.
Love you.
Happy birthday. Goodbye.
Bye.
I manipulate space-time continuum